On Saturday night, two title fights headline the final UFC card of 2023. Welterweight champion Leon Edwards will put his belt on the line against two-time former title challenger Colby Covington, and Alexander Pantoja looks to make the first defense of his flyweight title in a rematch with Brandon Royval. The pair of title fights top the marquee at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for UFC 296. Covington has held out for this third opportunity for a long time. His last fight came way back in April 2022 when he outpointed Jorge Masvidal, who was far from the best version of himself. He needed to wait, however, because of a pair of defeats to former champ Kamaru Usman in title opportunities. Now, he gets one more shot at gold against the man who beat Usman for the title and stood his ground in their trilogy earlier this year. Pantoja and Royval first met in August 2021, with Pantoja winning by submission in the second round. Pantoja followed that up with two wins, most recently defeating Brandon Moreno to win the flyweight championship this past July. Royval has won 3 straight since losing to Pantoja, clawing his way to a championship opportunity. Can't get enough boxing and MMA? Get the latest in the world of combat sports from two of the best in the business. Subscribe to Morning Combat with Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell for the best analysis and in-depth news, including a complete preview of UFC 296 below. Two rising stars are also in action against talented veterans on the main card as Shavkat Rakhmonov faces off with Stephen Thompson in the welterweight division, while the brash Paddy Pimblett takes on Tony Ferguson, who will be looking to snap a 6-fight losing skid when the pair meet in a lightweight battle. With so much happening on Saturday night, let's take a closer look at the full fight card with the latest odds before we get to our staff predictions and picks for the PPV portion of the festivities. With such a massive main event on tap, the crew at CBS Sports went ahead with predictions and picks for the main card. Here are your pickmakers: Brent Brookhouse, combat sports writer; Brian Campbell, combat sports writer, co-host of Morning Combat; Shaquille Mahjouri, writer; Michael Mormile, producer; and Brandon Wise, senior editor. Campbell: for as good as Covington is at securing top position and outworking opponents with endless cardio, it's hard to ignore both his layoff, 21 months, and his age. He turns 36 in February. The expectations still hold strong that Covington will be game and that the fight will largely be competitive. But Edwards simply doesn't make big mistakes and has a perfectly balanced skill set to adapt to anything Covington brings. The man known as Chaos certainly provided that in trying to incite Edwards at the press conference by insulting his late father, but it's more likely the intimidation attempt blows up in Covington's face with a stoppage defeat.